Hi everyone, and welcome to a new week on the studio vlog. Today is Tuesday, it is the 17th of November. 17th of November, oh my goodness, it's nearly Christmas. So this week, yesterday I was at home. I actually managed to do some drawing. Shock horror. So I filmed myself doing my drawing, but I actually didn't get around to talking on camera at all. I got too involved with actually all the drawing. So I bought myself some new pens. Not that I need any more. I've got quite a lot of pens. I really like pens. I also no longer need to buy any more candles. I like reuse all my old candle pots as pen holders, but I feel like that's both fueling the candle habit and the pen habit. But oh well. So yes, I got myself some, they're Winsor & Newton Pro markers. So they're alcohol-based markers. And I've never used them before, but I really wanted to give them a try. And I've seen people using like Copics and versions of Copics before on various studio vlogs. And I was looking at the price of Copics and they are expensive. Having kind of gotten to the point where I didn't really know whether I would like them or not, I didn't really want to spend that much money. So I found these, which I'm actually really enjoying. So the next challenge was then to actually find something that I wanted to draw. And so I'm actually really interested to know, in the comments, could you let me know, when you are looking for inspiration, where do you go? Do you go online? Do you go on Pinterest? Do you go on Instagram? Do you go on Google? Where do you go? Or like some people use those like artist idea generator things. What do you use to think of new drawing ideas? Me personally, I use books. I love books for inspiration. So in my first studio vlog, it's either my first or my second, I'll double check, I've got like a bit of a book review and I talk through some of the books that I ordered, and one of them is The Creature Garden. I love this book so much. It's been such a great purchase because it's got some really, really beautiful things. They kind of give you the framework for drawing an animal, but I'll show you. So they give you like how you would want to do things. So yeah, they give you like outline sketch and then it's like broken down into steps. What I find really useful is that this bit and then the finished version of what they've produced, because I like being able to see the structure, but then I also like interpreting it my own way. So I don't particularly copy things like directly out of books, but I definitely enjoy using it as a start, as like a structure. So yes, it was the Octopus that I ended up using. Mine does look quite similar. I've not done all the detail around it like this one. So I ended up drawing him. I really liked in the instructions in the book, it said with the tentacles, the instruction was just go crazy. And so I went crazy. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it took quite a long time. I filmed it. It's actually quite detailed for me, like all the splodges on the tentacles and stuff. And I really like the way that the ink settled on the page. It's quite like a strong line. So, but it blends. So when you're colouring in, you don't get so much of the streakiness. Like you still have to be conscious of the direction that you're colouring and making sure that that's consistent, but you don't have to be so worried about it. And I like that you can kind of layer it up for texture as well, like in his head. And then I also finished it with a fine liner and a white gel pen, just to give some highlights. I think he turned out really good. He's a bit gangly maybe, but I like him. Today I changed it up and I actually went back onto my iPad, and I did a bit of pattern building, which I haven't done for a while. I do find it quite tricky, but I wanted to do some drawing. In autumn I made a little doodle that had like an apple print on top of like a pink gingham thing, and it was quite good as a phone background. So then I built that into a phone background wallpaper design and I put it on my Instagram stories. So if you're interested in seeing any of these, that's on the highlight, there's a highlights reel on my Instagram. And I like the process of it, and I've been using that as my background for ages, but it kind of feels like the wrong time of year now, because it was kind of like summer, autumn. It was time for a change. So I'm quite enjoying designing my own phone background wallpaper things. So I started off with a hair. Oh, it's not gonna work with my ring light. There we go, a hair. And then I struggled quite a lot with what to do for the background. So I ended up doing stars and moons and things like that. And I actually really like him. He turned out really sweet. So I'll add in the time lapse of this process after this bit, so you'll be able to see what I did in that video. The process of making a repeat pattern is not complicated, it's just fiddly. So then you basically build it into a tile, and it ends up not really looking like anything, because essentially this is like the middle of the tile, and you kind of want to be able to fill that so that when you put it together, there's not like big blocks of space, which then allows you to, when you build it into a pattern, it lets you connect those bits up again into a pattern. So he's become a magical little wallpaper. I think it would make a really nice little tea towel. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I think also what I'm going to end up doing is I've made like an A4 version on here. So I'm going to make it into a thank you card, but also maybe a little congratulations card. I think it would be quite nice as a congratulations. It's quite kiddie, isn't it? So yeah, that's what I was doing today. Then what else have I been doing? Oh, I put up some fairy lights in here, as you can see. I think that's one of the signs of being a grown-up, is that it probably gets to a point where you're real grown-up, where you don't have fairy lights anymore. The sign of an in-between grown-up is that you're allowed to put up fairy lights wherever you like, so you can basically have them in every room. So we've got these ones in here, and I've got some in the sitting room as well, because it has to feel a bit festive. I'm not going full Christmas yet, but fairy lights are allowed to sneak in. It's starting to get dark in the evenings and stuff. It's nice to have the light. And we get up stupid o'clock, so it's usually dark in here when I first get in. So fairy lights are justified, yay! We've also been watching my friend's puppy for the last couple of days, and he's so sweet. I'll try and show you him right now. He's I don't know if I'll do it. There he is, so asleep. So he comes here quite a lot, so he's used to being out here. He's just so sweet. He's a little croissant. It's been really nice to have him. We'll miss him a lot when he goes home. And yeah, for the rest of the week, I've launched a new thing. I should have talked about that sooner. I've launched a Send Direct service in the US. So the idea is that if you're in the UK and you have friends or family in the US you would like to send a Christmas card to, or like a holiday card, then what you can do is order through that specific listing on my Etsy shop, give me the message, give me the address, and I can write your card and send it on for you. And so you just pay for the price of the card and domestic shipping in the US. So it's cheaper, and it's probably faster than trying to get it from the UK to the US at the moment, because the postal systems for both the US and for the UK are snowed under. No winter pun intended, but it is a little bit intended. So yeah, that's the service that is offered at the moment, and I'm really excited about it. So if you've got any questions about that as well, feel free to drop me a message. You can check it out in my Etsy shop. I've put a really detailed description in the description section that explains it all. Just cracking on with other bits and pieces. I will let you go. Okay, bye. And happy Friday. We've made it to the end of another week. Woo! So I'm basically just here to wrap up this studio vlog, and the hair pattern that I was talking about, that's going to be going up on my shop as a couple of different options for cards tomorrow. So if you like the look of that, then you can go and have a look at that one. Other than that, I've not really got much more to say or announce, to be honest. Yesterday I had a day at my desk doing admin. So at the moment I'm looking into the process of doing a PGCE, so teacher training in England, because we'll be back by September next year. So I'm trying to get through all the application process for that and finding various little rabbit holes to distract myself through that process. Like you can't get home fees for a UK degree unless you've been living in the country for 3 years, but obviously we're out in the States, but we're here with the military, so I'm just waiting for somebody to confirm back that I won't have to pay 20 grand for a PGCE next year, because that would put the spanner in the works. Anyway, that's a whole different ball game of life that I won't go down, because it's nothing to do with the studio, even though I spent hours in the studio yesterday doing that stuff. Anywho, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that's supporting this channel and commenting and giving me little follows and subscriptions and stuff. I really appreciate it. It's genuinely so nice to have you guys there, and it blows my mind. I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna go, but just again, a massive thank you. I hope you're all staying safe and are doing okay, and yeah, sending you lots of love. Bye.